Good evening everyone, hope everyone is good tonight and enjoying their Friday night out. So let's just go in the big picture. Let's just touch base on it like we tend to do here. We've got the big yearly head and shoulders pattern, retest the 50%, retest the 50%, and it has retested the 50%, closed the CME gap and retested the neckline of this bullish pattern. It's broken out, it's retest, and now what we're looking to do is we're looking to confirm the breakout with a breakout of this trend on the weekly. But as you can see here, it's pushing up and it's given a good start. So high time frame, we're looking bullish. Let's get into the daily. Now, a couple of days ago, you would have seen me talking about the liquidation levels. Well, let's take a step back. You would have seen me spot this RSI divergence. Let me just try and tidy this up for you guys. I spotted this and said, it looks like we're going to be moving up. And we got the move up. Brilliant. Now, we were closing above, but I said, be careful guys, there's some liquidity down where this is probably wanting to take because the longs kept on opening. But you can see now, look, it's starting to come down. Look at this area here. Each one of these bars is a day. And the green is the people betting the market's going to get, people betting the market's going to go up, getting liquidated. And as you can see, there is a trend of it going down. So I think this is starting to come to an end. You know, we started noticing a couple of days ago, but it's consistently flagging no long liquidations here. So although people are moving in, you can see on the liquidity levels people are moving in, opening longs, but it's almost like the market's done with this move now. It's liquidated everyone like that on the longs. They're not really liquidating anymore, so this could be potentially this section of the move done with. And look, I'm going to zoom in guys just so you can see. That green line was the liquidity level and price came up straight into it and started moving off. So this is looking good for us. You know, there's a lot of steps to get ahead, but if I zoom out here, let me just jump onto the weekly. I have 1 angle, 2 angle, 3 angle. These angles are very important because the bull market follows these angles with blow off tops and they tend not to break them. So we've got this one, we've got this one, and we've got the third, and this is potentially, I don't want to count the chickens yet, but a fake out, as we suspected. This is a huge reversal candle when this came down. The absolute pressure to buy this up was insane. And there's a lot of profit taken which pushed this down and everyone got scared with all the tariff news, everything like that. And it was literally just falling liquidity. And we were talking about the potential of it sweeping the lows of what it did. And then it created the bullish divergence on the daily. Popped up, came back for liquidity, and now started moving up. So what are we looking for here? We're on the daily. Now, I don't know if you can see these guys, so I'll maybe just make this a little bit wider on the line so you can see. So you got the 9-day simple moving average and the 200-day exponential moving average. We want to see a close above these. A close above the 9 is a very good start. Close above this main trend line is a very good start. Let's see how it reacts with the 200 EMA. The 200 EMA is a strong resistance to get above. So once we get above this, we're in a good position. It's starting to make the move. We also have, let's just open these back up again, the fear and greed. it's had its time here. How long did it spend in extreme greed and greed? Sorry, that certainly wasn't greed. Extreme fear. No, extreme greed. 2 weeks. So that is 2 weeks there. That's a very, good chunk of time in very extreme conditions. So the sentiment has had a good flush out and reset there as well, and starting to move up. So this is also a good sign. So we've got the close. Sorry, it's not closed yet. We've got 4 hours left. The potential close above the 9-day simple moving average. We've got the fear and greed coming out of the gutter. We're coming back out of that extreme fear, which is also good. And we've got the MACD on the daily, which had the fake out here, and now it's coming down and it's looking to close at a deeper level. The MACD crossover there, that's incredibly deep on the that is incredibly, sorry guys. I'm just gonna I just want to check something. Wow, look how deep that MACD crossover went. So this is even more this just shows how extreme this was. This move down was, this is flagging. Look at the difference. That's where the second one is. Let's just open up this MACD and show you. There's not even a move like it. The closest one was back in July 2024. Look how deep that's gone. So that just shows you guys how much pressure this move is put on, and you can see it with the sentiment, the emotional toll on people. But like I said guys, we read the charts here. We don't get thrown off by the narrative. We don't get thrown off by the news. We don't get thrown off by social media freaking out. We don't get thrown off by your favourite influencer, your day traders on Instagram or any like that. I mean, I live in the country in Scotland and read the charts, you know what I mean? I keep myself out of all that, and I focus on the charts. And this is why you guys, you can see the results, because I'm reading the charts to you before it happens. So once we get this crossover in the MACD, and also a very good sign. So we got some things starting. You can see it now, can't you? Well, I hope you can. You're starting to see we're back above this main trend. Very good sign. We're above the 9-day simple moving average. Good sign. We're about to get the crossover in the MACD from a hugely deep position. We're out of the extreme greed, but we've been in there long enough to reset the sentiment. And I'll just have a think about it as well. How bearish do you feel? I've talked about this before. Sometimes I may feel bearish, but I don't sell off because I have a system. I trade, I wouldn't say I trade, if anything it'll be swing trades, but mostly invest. I will not get shaken out unless the charts show me to sell off. Because even though it was very fearful and everyone's scared, and it's normal to feel these things, this is what the market does to you. But you have to just segregate that to your trading system, investing system. That's how you feel, but you don't sell on feeling, you sell on technical analysis, you buy on technical analysis. But you can use sentiment as a factor that goes towards it, and I use it as an inverse factor. So when I start seeing these little snippets of light coming from here, and then I have sentiment that is the opposite, then I'm like, that's also a good sign. Because I don't want everyone being bullish when this has happened. I want everyone scared to death here. And then that helps me just know the majority are bearish, which is a bullish sign, because the majority of the market is wrong a majority of the time. So things are slowly piecing up. Now what the next moves we want to do is we want to get above this, a close above the 200 EMA. What I would really like is, if I just jump on the weekly here, Sorry, it won't work because I've got them set to the chart. But if I get a weekly close above the 200 EMA, that's a cracking start. And we'll hit this liquidity as well, no doubt. And then from there, it'll decide maybe to chop a wee bit longer. It might chop, it might bull flag, and then break out. You know, I might just continue a wee bit long, or I might just go. But what happens is it'll hit the liquidity here, and then depending on how many people are long, how many people are short, the market will then decide which way to go. So that's kind of how it's looking now. Just before I jump in through the liquidity levels and that, I did say I was going to do a deep dive on the altcoin kind of general market, and I've got some comments there saying that's, you know, get on that. So what I was going to do is I'm going to do that tomorrow. I was thinking about doing it tonight, but I just thought I might as well do the Bitcoin updates on Monday to Friday. Definitely put them in. And if I do anything off topic, I'll do them on the Saturday and Sunday, because the volume will normally be low at the weekends. So it's more important to follow the charts, especially for Bitcoin, Monday to Friday. So I think that's what I'll do going forward. If you guys have any requests or any ideas or anything that you might suggest, and I kind of fancy doing it as well, I'll probably do them on the weekends. And then I'll keep the Monday and Fridays definitely for Bitcoin updates, just because that's when institutional money's there as well. And if you're liking this, guys, please like and subscribe. It's, the channel has grown quite well, much better than I expected. You know, I was in two minds of doing this channel, and I've started now, and it's grown at a nice pace. So thank you very much, guys. All the comments, all the likes you have been given. It's been a nice entry into YouTube. So cheers for that, guys. So let's get into the liquidity. So we've got the 3 liquidation levels here. This is what we're roughly thinking, looking at the charts where they were. Let me get all that. The final move we want to do is get above this 50% level, because if you're below the 50% of the range, that is not bearish, but you'll just say weak. And if you're above the 50%, you're strong. So we're seeing these liquidations now. They're starting to get battered. The market's not taking it down so much. And you can see on the 1 day, the longs have opened up. But this is also because the shorts are getting squeezed out. So as the shorts start getting squeezed out, the longs will start opening as people start seeing price move. Just the same way as when you see price move down, you see people start shorting, because they follow that initial move. They're not thinking. It's like chess. You kind of want to stay ahead and plan your moves ahead, but majority of people just follow price. You know, price is moving up, buy it. You know, which does work at times, but you really need to be, you know, this market's full of sharks. You need to be more nimble than that. You need to have analysis, a strategy, backing, risk management, psychology, and you need to wrap all this in and then pull them all together to make a decision. Because if you just jump on, price is going up, I'm going to jump on it, you know, you're already in late, and these sharks in these waters will just chew you up. So we've got the 1 day, that's looking, now on the 7 day we've got more longs than shorts now, so price is squeezing out these shorts, and then with people seeing this price going up, maybe back above the trend line, if anyone's tracking that, they're getting a bit more excited. So this may, I'm not going to say it's a move. So let's just jump off that. Liquidation heat map. Now, this is the next target. So just like when I was saying we were down here, and I was like, price is going to come back down, you know, why would it not come back there? It's like when you're sitting at a table, and on that table there is 50 quid right next to the seat next to you, so you just pick up that 50 quid and put it in your pocket. Or you have to run to the other end of the street to pick up 100 quid. So you pick up the 50 quid, run to the end of the street 100, and the time you pick up that 50, another 50 appears. So you pick that 50. And you go, I'm going to get the 100 now, and then another 50 appears. Right, I'm going to pick that 50. Then you're right, I'm going to get that 100 now at the end of the street, and just as you go, the other 50 appears. So you don't move, you stay and grab that, and that's pretty much what's happened to Bitcoin. It's just been tempted. Bitcoin is too greedy for its own good, so it's been tempted by these longs, leverage longs, and just liquidating them constantly for 2 weeks. But now this is the same thing happens up here. Why should price go down here when it's got a nice yellow bar? And as I've said previously, the deep purple is 0 and the yellow is 124 million. And you always look at this here. Let me just, you see that there? Always look at that, because that yellow figure, just because it's yellow, it doesn't mean it's a figure. It's the top of the range in this chart, the top of the value. So 124 for that yellow. So why would it come down here for a smaller amount? Travel longer for a smaller amount, or travel shorter for a bigger amount. It takes the path of least resistance, so it's going to take that. So we're going to see 87, I'm sure, very soon. Now, it's a Friday. Can I get up to 87 by this weekend? Definitely. Can I get up to 87 by today? Definitely. But if we can get a weekly close when it hits that liquidity, we're going to be above 200, and a weekly close above the 200. So that's a strong step forward for Bitcoin. And then let's look at the 30-day. See, they're about even now. Longs and shorts are about even. Oh, yeah. Look at the. Can you guys see that? Just next to price. So price is that red line. Just next to that is a huge long. That is 160 million. And it's all 100x leverage. Guys, I think we've just I think we've just caught this. Someone has just opened up a monster 100x leverage. 162 million's worth of 100x leverage longs. Like, sorry, 140, it's 116 total. That's outrageous. Because, like I've said, guys, with leverage, you divide 100 by your leverage, and that will give you the percent that price has to move to liquidate you. So 100 divided by 100, price needs to move 1% from when he entered it, which is 84,000. Price needs to move 1% down, and he's just liquidated. All that 140 million has been liquidated. 50x leverage, 100 by 50 is 2%. 25x leverage, 100 divided by 25 is 4%. So this is very, very high risk, 100 leverage, and is 160 million. Whoa. So, you know what happens, guys. Price is probably going to nip down and take them. But it's only to 84,000 to take 100 million. Yeah, so that's all fast to move. So that's just like me using that. There's 50 quid on the table, and then all of a sudden there is, I'm going to get this at the end of the street, and someone's just dumped £1,000 on the table, and you're like, okay, I'm definitely taking that. So you might see a wee retrace here to liquidate those guys, and then we'll carry on. I think we're going to go up to here. Everything looks good, and hopefully a weekly close above here will set us up. Now if we look at the daily exchange volume, we want to be seeing this moving up, because as this is a 7-day moving average of all the exchanges and the volume, and it's starting to curl. So we've had this reducing, this price has been coming down, but it's starting to curl and flatten out. And if it starts moving up, and if it starts moving up with Bitcoin moving up, this is a very good sign, because this means there's volume backing the price up. There is money entering the exchanges and buying on spot, and it's not like leverage, it's just inflow of money into exchanges. So the move going up here will be being backed by money entering the exchanges and buying up Bitcoin on spot. So that's a very good sign. So it's good to see that bottoming, and then we're seeing it on a higher low potentially here too. And then so 87 for me, a quick retrace to take this crazy amount, and then off to 87, and then from 87 we'll hopefully get the weekly close above the 200 EMA, and then from there we will see how price is moving. So if you like this, guys, please like and subscribe. I've been blown away by the comments and the likes, and you know, people just genuinely giving me good positive feedback on my analysis, which is it's brilliant. I'm chuffed with all the comments from everyone. I'm here every day. I put these videos out every day, even on a Sunday, even on a Saturday, because I've said previously, these markets are crazy, and I think it's nice just to have someone consistent and constant in a crazy market, and that's what I hope I can be for you guys. I hope I can be here every day, even when it's falling, even when it's coming to the top. I'll be there kind of guiding you. I know this move here was very harsh for a lot of people, but hopefully I've helped steady the nerves and guided us through the forming of this bottom. We're not out the woods yet, but we're getting there, guys. So guys, Friday night, have yourselves a good one, and I will see you again tomorrow. Peace out, guys. Cheers.